And I'm back with more Persona 4 Golden. I beat that enemy up in Rise's floor 7, but I ran away from the Reaper, because of course I fucking did. So, I'm gonna go back to level 7 and get the fuck up to the end of Rise's dungeon. I said before I had something in mind that I wanted to talk about, and I think this time it's about character. I would say it's about the character dynamics, at least of 3 and... let's see, I would say 3, 4, and 5. I mean, 1 and 2, you had some camaraderie, but really, again, most of these games in Persona 3 and 4 and 5 are similar in structure. So, it is a lot about how they interact and how they deal with each other. And,
you can win this! Do your
and I've said before that I think 4 has my favorite character party. And I'll go over it by comparing it to 3 and 5. Because in 3, a lot of what they do, they feel like older adults. They feel like, not like old, I mean older than the teenagers that they're supposed to be. Like they're usually meant 16, 17, 18 years old. Sometimes you'll have a kid, sometimes you'll have an older kid, sometimes you'll have a dog or something. But under normal circumstances, it's a situation where sometimes the characters aren't as easily defined as they seem to be portrayed. Yeah, you get the issue of they're younger people, they're dealing with issues here and there, but it never really felt to me like the characters are as young as they say they are. Yeah, everybody has problems, and I would say even into the college years, people would... But I think of them more as college students than actual teenagers. They're more on the meta level, dealing with older people's problems and the fates of the world and all the other bullshit that the world is giving to them, and a lot of grief too. A lot of the problem with is it's a lot of grief. Persona 3 shows off a lot of grief.
Yuki-chan, this doesn't look good.
And
3 enemies left.
What they do with it,
Here goes.
and they do a good job of it. I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is that they have to deal with a lot of darker shit than the other 2 games did. And I always felt that they were closed off. The Persona 3 cast is very closed off. You have a couple of niches here and there. Mostly the girls kind of hang out with each other, but not really. They sort of get along, but they also sort of don't.
This doesn't look good.
So most of Persona 3 is about this person kind of hates this person because they're this way. This person feels shortchanged because of this thing that the other person is doing. And again, a lot of it is about them slowly coming together as friends, but always never feeling like they would hang out if it weren't forced upon them. And that's kind of the point. The gameplay kind of goes around this. Another criticism of...
Fight!
I know that the criticism of 3's always been, not P3P, but the criticism of the original and FES was you can't control your party members. I understand that, but I also understand why they did it. because... Nah. I understand why they did it, because these aren't people that sound like they'd be friends. You have a couple people who were friends from earlier on in life, where they were associates and things like that, so they might have a little bit more to go with, say, Mitsuru or Akihiko. They know each other. But they don't exactly feel on the best of terms, even the people that are in their classes. It just feels like there's something missing. And the game is about that. It's about them not being the best of friends, but slowly kind of getting into that mindset of becoming those friends eventually. I know that seems a little strange, but that's why Persona 3 doesn't always work.
3 enemies defeated.
Damn,
Amazing,
dude.
Sensei.
So Persona 3, I like the characters, but it is still kind of hard to say one way or another, oh, they're a great cast. Because they are, but they're not. Because I'm not saying they feel stuck, I'm saying they feel kind of, why would these people be together if it was forced on them? That's really it. Persona 5, they feel more like teenagers, or people who are kind of stuck together, but they're also still kind of distant. And they don't always work together. And yeah, you get that problem where some of them are better at it than others.
3 enemies defeated. Amazing, Sensei.
Damn it. Damn it.
I am thou.
So again, I would say
Just 1 enemy left.
Haru and Morgana get along together because they found each other really quickly. And Haru is just good with everybody, right? I mean, she's closed off in most cases because she's not, like, a dope. But she also feels like she would better be around people and know how to, like, fit in the group dynamic. Anne and Ryuji sort of know each other, but no one gets along with Ryuji because he's a fucking idiot. You know? But Morgana has the thing with Anne, and it just feels kind of forced and dumb, you know, because it's forced and dumb. I mean, that's fine. I don't hate Morgana like most people do. I actually like Morgana a lot, but again, he has his own hang-ups, so bear that in mind. But again, it always feels like some of them fit like they'd be together, because like Anne and Ryuji are kind of an item, but like they're not really. They're kind of stupid. Like Makoto and Haru kind of grow together. Yusuke wants to be Anne's friend, but doesn't really kind of fit in all that much. And then you add in Kasumi, who's just kind of here or there in Persona 4, Persona 5 Royal. It doesn't really add up to much. So again, a lot of that has to do with character dynamics, and I'm not saying they're bad characters. That's exactly not what I'm saying. What I am saying is it takes some time to kind of build this sense that they should be together for everything. Final Fantasy X, I will put as my favorite cast of all time. Because they're all there because of Yuna, one way or another. Even if they come in late, they want to be part of Yuna's journey. And eventually they grow to be their own people and have their own story arcs and all this other crap that they're doing. But it always feels like they're there for a reason. And being there for a reason helps. Because it's like a D&D campaign. As soon as you feel like you're not part of this group or don't really interact with the group, then it's like, what are you doing as a party member?
Don't get hurt.
Mm-mm.
Yikes.
I'm gonna guard until I know what they do. figure out what. Okay, it's Bufu. Alright, so I'm gonna wanna. Alright, do that.
The enemy's down. Go, Sensei.
But yes, it's the idea of you're somebody in a D&D campaign, and D&D is not perfect by any means, because you're working off 4 or 5 different people, maybe more. Ow! Suck!
The enemy's down. Chie-chan's so strong.
I am thou.
But again, it's like, if a party member doesn't feel like they as a character are effective in combat, or they don't interact well, or they're not being served in a story or something like, it's the same idea. It's like, well, what am I doing here? Same thing with, say, Persona 4, 3, 4, and 5. It doesn't feel like these party members all add up and they're there just because the story demanded it, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's all you have. But you do have to bear that in mind, that it's not a perfect one-to-one scenario.
Yosuke pounded an enemy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, thank God.
Yuki-chan, that was lovely.
So again, I think of 3 and 5 as people who were kind of forced together by circumstance. Persona 4... Persona 4... They feel like people who would still be students. They still feel like people, not just that they'd be students, but that some of them are already friends, or some of them already have, like, unique little responses to each other. And we've only seen a few members of the cast interact yet, but people who play this game will know. I'm a big fan of this cast, because they feel like teenagers do. They're all stupid in their own way. They aren't just, I'm dumb because I'm dumb. They're dumb because, like, dumb as in oblivious. You know, and I'm not counting... Well, I'm not counting Yosuke because he's down right now, but... Well, bye, Yosuke. Anyway, what I mean by that is... they're friends, but they're also friends in the same sense that, like, I could see these people palling around every once in a while. I could see them being dorks in school, because Chie and Yukiko are already friends. We've established that. Yosuke is a friend to the main character, Narukami, because he saved him sometimes and checked up on him because he's a nice guy and whatever. But Yosuke's kind of a prick, let's be fair. So he kind of bounces off Chie a little bit because she's a bit of a dick too, but not in the same way. Kanji's just trying to be, you know, trying to find his place in the world and is new to this. See, he's a little younger, he's trying to fit in, but he kind of gets along with not everybody in the same way. You know, they're not in the same classroom, which does help.
So persistent.
But he gets along in the same sense that, like, he would pal around the guys a bit more. He's a dude, bro. But in a cool way. As I said, Kanji is trying to be a dude, bro, but he's also trying to be his own person. You know? But he's badass. Let's just he is. He's what Chie is if he was a dude. You know? So there's nothing wrong with that.
Enemies.
Sky balance. Well, I mean, it's a win.
2 enemies! Charge through them! Let's do this! Persona!
And Teddy, again, is kind of the plot contrivance. So there's something with Teddy that... Oh, fuck. With Teddy, he's trying to be everybody's friend, but in a dopey way. Ow!
Don't give up, Yosuke!
Ow. a risk because I have Zionga on too.
Damn it! Who do they think they are? It's not working. What
damn
is
it.
this?
Did it again. But again, you can see them kind of interacting with each other. The young detective kid that was always hanging around Kanji. Like, they've been introduced a couple of times and been around, and they'll be around more. So, Kanji has an in with that character. Narukami has interactions every single day with Nanako and Dojima, so we've seen other people in the party talk with Dojima here and there. Ow, fuck. So it becomes, hey, I know Nanako. I've talked to Nanako. I like that Nanako's there. You know, so everybody's kind of interacting with each other a lot. You don't really have, like, the characters interacting with a lot of the side people, like the athletes or Yumi Ozawa much. I mean, they're side characters in Narukami's thing. They're only going to be talked to in Narukami's thing. In the animation, you know, in the anime, you might have that a couple of times, but in the end, it's still kind of closed off. So not everybody. But you can see where these people kind of have an in. Like, Yosuke likes Risei because he's a fan of Risei. So, like, if we save Risei, what's her relationship with everybody gonna be like? Well, I can see Yosuke badly.
There are two enemies.
Ow! Suck! I can see Yosuke trying to hit on her, but badly. But he's gonna try.
Oh, there! Now's your chance to run!
You know, but it's an idea, right? So, for me, what ends up happening is Persona 4 succeeds on the merits of its characters.
I smell three
Damn it.
enemies! Don't get careless!
I see 3 enemies, Ted. Shut up. So, whenever stuff like the school campout happens, or any of the other weird shenanigans that they're going to get into by the end of this game, I can see them doing that. Like, it doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility that these people would be in this situation. Ow! That sucks!
Yosuke barely has any health!
Couldn't quite beat it.
One enemy! Fight! Fight!
I
Fight!
am thou.
So again, it's a
Sensei's back on his feet!
it's a sort of thing where not everything works, but it works well enough for me that I think this party just feels like they would be together.
Oh, Chie-chan, that was beautiful!
What the fuck?
Chie-chan, this isn't good!
I am thou.
What the fuck? So, if I'm to compare the games, I would say Persona 4 succeeds on its merits because of the characters that are present.
Are you...
And other games succeed in other reasons. Persona 3 succeeds because of its tone. I'm not fighting those. I'm not fighting those things. Go away.
Okay, I'll look for it. Oh, there! Now's your chance to run!
Yeah, I'm not fighting those dice. I'm not dying right now.
Are you...
Ugh. Oh. Come on, get him.
A rare monster! Beat the stuffing out of it! Persona!
So, to me, I think Persona 3 succeeds because of its vibe, being a lot darker than the other ones.
Let's get through this!
4 succeeds because the characters are so well done and work together so well. And I think 5 works well because of the total package of improved gameplay over what this did, improvements in the music and the visuals all working together, and I would just say the HUD, the design of the game. It's the best quality of life game. Again, this was made, like, Persona 5 was made 10 years after this game. You know, 8 or 9 years, give or take. So, it's gonna be better gameplay-wise and visuals-wise, but it's not what I would say is the best character-driven game. It's not got the best story in it. I'd say story-wise, I'd say 3's honestly better. 4 is just kind of doofy. 5 is kind of the best of both worlds, but it's not perfect.
Someone help! Sensei's!
Damn it!
Just one enemy left! It's not going down.
I don't think I'm gonna get this guy.
There.
Sensei!
Shut up!
Are you okay, Sensei?
Come on.
Here.
Come on.
Someone finish it off.
I don't think I'm gonna get him.
Persistent.
Nope. Damn it. Shit. But they all succeed in different ways. And it's important, because if you're looking for a different Fuck!
This... Two enemies! Charge through them!
Get wrecked.
Two enemies down!
But you can see why I would prefer, like, I would suggest personas to different, like, for different people for different reasons.
It's not going down.
Oh no.
Chie-chan's
Ow!
This isn't good!
Suck!
That hurt.
Fuck. Use your card, don't care. Furry's nice, I don't really need that. Because to me, it's, do you like the tone of the game more? Do you like the visuals and the presentation more? And to be fair, Persona 5 is the one that has the best dungeons by far, because it's just, they actually made dungeons for it. Mementos is one thing, but they're not the main crux. These are the dungeons. Tartarus is a tower. You'll have, like, mini dungeons, like 3 or 4 rooms or whatever, while you're fighting monsters for the bosses, but at most it's the tower. It's procedurally generated, it's a bit of a weak method, you know.
It's down!
Woo! Ready to go.
Come on, knock the big guy out. Yeah!
All right, only 2.
So,
Its weakness!
you know,
Good answer.
Persona 5 is probably the best all-round, and it is my favorite, because of those reasons, but it's not the best cast or story-wise. I think I like Persona 3's story because it's darker. I like the characters of 4 much more, and I always kind of gravitate to playing this game more,
Keep going!
even more than playing Persona 5 because I like these characters more. Because even if it borders on cliche sometimes, these characters make it work better. And then Persona 5 is easily more accessible because, well, that's just the nature of, hey, we've got a game on the
A
PS4
little stronger?
or PS5 now. It's a lot easier to play those now. But now that this is on the PS4, it's like, there's no excuse not to play these now, so it's kind of like, well, we're playing them. I enjoy these. And fuck. Well, at least I didn't get wrecked.
I smell 3 enemies. Don't get careless.
So much for not getting wrecked.
You can. Chie-chan's really hurting. Heal her.
I'm gonna have to be careful. Come on, hit him with panic or something. Alright, they've all been panicked. That's good.
Let's do this. Persona.
Thanks a million!
It's not strong.
Yikes, it's tough! Go forth!
Come on.
So persistent!
Oh, I mean, it'll knock him down. Oh! Okay, that helped. That got rid of that guy.
Persona.
Thanks a million!
2 enemies left. Let's do this. That's some thick skin.
Okay.
Couldn't quite beat it.
Come on, knock him down.
Go forth!
Get rid of him.
Yuki-chan
Uh-oh.
beat an enemy. Keep going.
Come on.
Enemy. Fight, fight, fight.
Come on! Bunch of dumbasses. Half experience. No, thank you. I will take the experience up. Thank you. Yay! I don't really need Negime Tama anymore. Resist Enervate's not something I'm really all that worried about. I'm just trying to get out of this dungeon now. This should be the final floor. Oh, thank God. Okay. Alright. But yeah, to finish my thought and put a bow on it, I think I can recommend Persona to any person looking for different games. You just have to be aware of the Persona loop, and, you know, every other thing will... Like, everybody's gonna feel differently about that. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save here. And then I'm gonna make another save. After I go through all the other stuff. I'm gonna try and get some items and some... I'll get some items, I'll get some armor, and then I will come back. I've got the persona that I want. The main persona that I want. I think we'll be okay. But you can never tell. But I'll find that out next time.